All right, everyone. Thanks again for showing up
Daisy,
at our monthly training.
Daisy,
Um, this, I'm sorry, somebody say something? Okay, I'll get started.
yourself. There you go.
Okay. Anyway, we're going to get started. Thanks for showing up at our monthly training. This month is our topic is tail twisting. So I decided when I was setting this up that I would get somebody who had been a tail twister for several years for the district. And we all kind of got to know. And I kind of wanted to pick her brain and let you guys figure out. And maybe that's a mistake to let us know what's in your brain. But we want to know what Babs thinks about tail twisting. So I got Babs Cronin, PDG Babs, to do this class. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn it over to Babs. She can introduce herself a little bit more if she wants, and we'll get right into it. Before we started this, I told you guys that I would send each of you a packet of handouts that she sent me. So that'll be coming eventually. So
Sometime this week or next, or
at
in
some
the
point
next,
in the
at
future.
some point. Yeah, if
Yep.
he
So
remembers. Yeah,
Babs, you're on.
thank you.
Mhm.
So the only one that doesn't know me really is Kevin. Um, Hi. Everybody else. I was the tail twister for 3 years for the district, and I did some things that I shouldn't have done, and I did some things that I had a blast. The fun stuff that I did is watching Leo go underneath the table when I looked at him. Um, Leo's a very tall man, Kevin, uh, but he made it under the table. But I'm going to go through some fun things and things that you probably should stay away from. Um, but I want to ask a question to everybody. Do you know how the tail twister came about? And what did they call a tail twister?
No
Nope.
idea.
No.
Okay. Well, it was in the 20s when they started the tail twisting, but it wasn't until the 30s did they actually name it. And it was called Spitzer Inkler.
Spitzler Inkler.
Yes, because this
Okay.
farmer, um, they were all sitting around with Melvin Jones, our founder, and they said, we need to pep up these meetings. And so one guy says, well, since I was born on the farm, why don't we do what we used to do on the farm? Is that when a cow refused to go through the gate, they would twist its tail and it would go into the gate. Well, everybody thought that was funny. So they said, well, that's a good name as a tail twister. And so the fact that a lion has a tail made it more humorous for them. But they didn't start calling it um, a tail twister until the 30s. Uh, they called it Spitzer Inkler. So the guy must have been German. I don't know.
Yeah.
Weird.
Okay, but but another interesting fact, because I was told I couldn't do this, and I read this that in the Lions magazine, it was a whole article about tail twisting, and it stated in there all the officers in a club or a district, the tail twister has no rigid code, no well-defined plan of action, and they must have originality, which means there's no laws or rules for a tail twister.
Which you pretty much
I
abided
did.
by.
Yes, I did. I
You ran with
I
that,
did
didn't
that.
you?
And I was told also that there's delegates that cannot be fined. which is also not true, because there was an international president that went to a club, and he got off the train, and it was in North Carolina. He changed his shirt and forgot to take his pin off his shirt and went to the meeting. And he got fined for not having a pin on. So all those international directors and past district governors that I find, it was okay. Nobody is above being fined, except for the tail twister.
Although, yeah, I thought we can get you out of the room and vote, everybody vote, we can.
It has to be unanimous, though.
Oh, that would be.
And actually, since the tail twister is part of the cabinet or the board of directors in a club, they can get a vote also. So it wouldn't be
Would
unanimous.
never be unanimous.
It would never be unanimous. So, I started a rule. I mean, we're supposed to abide by our Constitution and bylaws, that it's a small fine. A lot of clubs only fine a quarter, maybe $1. Unless the president or the district governor waives that. The district governor can state what and tell the tail twister what they feel is a good enough fine. Okay. I did not abide by anybody's rules on that, and Kristen followed me.
There's no rules.
Yeah. But technically the tail twister should abide by the Constitution bylaws, unless the president or the district governor waives that. And like I said, nobody is above paying. And I made a rule that has not changed. They don't give change. So if your tail twister charges $1 and you only have a $20 bill, thank you very much. Okay.
Remember that, Kevin. It will come back and bite you. You make sure before you go to these cabinet meetings, you get about $21 bills.
Yes.
That's what we do.
Yes. However, it does state in the international Constitution and bylaws that you are not supposed to fine a member more than once a meeting.
Are you going to challenge that?
Not now. He can't challenge it now. It's past. What do you call that? Like, no, what is statute of limitations?
Statute of limitations is
yeah,
running.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, how many times did I find Nancy Pezzanella underneath the table when Ray was alive, right? And I kept finding him. Yeah, he loved it. And so did you, Leo.
Yeah.
But generally, if someone, you have to use common sense too. I mean, we find people for their phones ringing or talking while the district governor, the president, or your speaker is talking. You have to use your discretion. You have to know your members, and you have to read the room. There's a few people that do not believe that they should be fined, and you have to read them. If they give you that look, you don't argue with them. Just move on to the next.
Babs, I have a question. what does the money that you raise? What does that go for?
That goes into your charitable or activities account because I mean, excuse me, your general fund,
Okay.
your administration account, because it comes from Lions only. And so you can use that to run your club, to buy supplies, um, or what have you. Uh, it and it comes from a Lion, so it can go into the admin account.
Okay.
Thank you. That's later on in
Oh, I'm
my
sorry.
stuff. Um, like I said, read the room. Um, Tail twisting should be short and humorous. This is to break up the meeting and to restore everyone's attention. Um, it shouldn't always be a gotcha. You need to make that fun, and you boost the club and the district's treasurer's pot. But you can also not just you don't have your pin on. Um, there was one that was really good. Uh, you can find them for extra Lions apparel to wear your dripping Lions. And you have the hat, you have the shirt, you got the vest, you've got 14 pounds, 14 pounds, mine weighs more than that. 150 pounds of pins on. You've got lion earrings and you have lions everything, okay? In places we don't even care. You could find them for excess of pride fees, okay? Something, and it's more humorous that way. If they forgot their pin, find them for a secret agent lion fee. And instead of going, huh?
Barb, I had one guy come to me and says, "Show me your Lions card, your membership card." And I was like, "Oh, I don't have mine." I said, "But do you?" And I caught him.
Oh, good, 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 good. Yeah. I mean, we don't get a card in my club.
No, we don't either anymore.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah.
it was hilarious. But I was like, "Well, show me yours." And he's like,
Yes,
"Oh,
exactly. I'll show you mine if you show me yours, right?
yep."
Um, when people arrive late, say thank you for waiting until we noticed you. Instead of going, you're late, give me the money. Leaving early, charge them for an advance escape tax. These are all in my printouts too. And do you know what the fastest way to get volunteered for something?
Leave the room.
Leave the room is right, or go to the bathroom. What happened to me? And what talent do you think that every tail twister should have?
A sense of
You have
humor.
sense of humor,
Spontaneous.
right?
Yeah.
Judy?
The
Know your
ability,
members.
yep,
Pardon me?
ability to read the room.
Yes. Yeah. Kathy, what do you think?
Know your members. I've paid for grandchildren $1 a pound. New cars, $1 a tire. Yeah,
There you go.
it not only keeps it funny, but it reminds everybody else of what's happening in other Lions' lives.
Right. So you're not getting them. I call those happy dollars.
Yeah.
Where you pay, depending upon what it is, right? I mean, how many times have you guys heard about my son? What is he commercial is he in now, or what movie?
Yeah, we could charge every time we see him on TV.
Yeah, every time. Yeah. It's been really cheap the last 2 years. Leslie, I saw you sneaking not into the camera. What do you think talent should a tail twister have?
Well, they should definitely be observant.
Hmm.
They should be observant, sure.
Okay. Okay. Kathy Downey.
Definitely need to be able to read the room, like people have said,
Yeah.
and be creative.
Yes.
You went around and stung everybody.
Well, I was creative because I didn't want anybody to feel left out.
Oh, is that? Oh, that's the reason.
Yeah.
Oh, now I feel better about it.
You do. Yeah. Kevin, I was called the killer bee. Okay.
She was.
Yeah. But you know what? I was never told. Okay, I'm a banker. When you're given a budget, you have to meet it and exceed it. And one year they gave me a budget amount of $2,000 and I exceeded it. I was not asked to be tail twister the next year.
Oh.
But I didn't find that out until after that year that I was not, a budget to me is a budget, right?
Yep.
Also, when you are a tail twister and you collect your money, you should count that money out. I used to even put down who I got and how much I got them for. And then I would turn it over to the treasurer. And you're supposed to get a receipt. So you have a paper trail and your club or the district has a paper trail. And that was part of my speech in being a treasurer too. A couple of other things, some other crazy things, simple things is decorating your knees. And not just crazy socks, but decorate your knees and have a contest on who's got the best decorated knees. And Marcia, thank you for that suggestion.
Thanks to my crazy knees.
Yes. Well, nobody had to bend over to look at your knees.
No, especially you.
Yeah. Once again, Kevin, Marcia is 6'10", and I'm
At
only
least
5 foot.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Nothing that a killer bee can't handle, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Don't find somebody that wants to argue with you. If somebody is going to argue and doesn't want to play the game, leave them alone. Okay? And don't embarrass somebody that maybe is very shy. I had a person when I was the district tail twister that had no money. And that person reminded us constantly. However, when that person gave their committee reports, we're only supposed to do our committee reports for 3 minutes, and hers were 20. So I went up to this person and gave them $1 and said, I am going to fine you because this is not fair that I'm fining other people and I'm not fining you. Gave that person $1 and I fined them. Just so it didn't look like I was favoring one person. Let's see. I told you about the budget doesn't mean you have to reach it. It should be fun, not fund on tail twisting. And I definitely was out of control, and we need to get it back because it's been out of control for a few years now, that we need to pull it back a little bit. Because some people really are angry about the amount of fines that we're getting people. Once again, I was told that after the fact. You could go back to your club and do this secret greeters. Secret greeter is somebody that everybody should be greeting everybody as they come into the meeting, but there's one person you have to greet or you will get a fine. Marcia told me about her tail twister back, and it was a woman, and she came to the meeting in a skirt, and she fined everybody that didn't have a skirt on that day. Okay. I mean,
I'd be in trouble.
Well, so would I. I haven't worn a skirt in years, but I mean, but how funny would it be if a guy showed up in a kilt, or you would say, or just pick a color that day. I think I did that once too. That you pick a color, and if that person, if somebody doesn't have it, fine them a quarter if you want.
Now, wait a minute. What is this quarter stuff?
Oh, okay. I just heard that people used to be charged a quarter.
Well, that was used to be. Yeah, ages
okay.
ago. Yeah,
okay.
we don't give change.
Yeah, but in Carson City, we haven't changed our constitution and bylaws in quite a while, and it still says a quarter.
Okay.
Does it really?
But how many people in your club have read your constitution and bylaws?
Oh,
Yeah,
none,
really,
because they all pay
really.
$1.
That's what you should.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. You ask them who has read the Constitution and bylaws.
Yeah, there
and
you
tell
go.
me what the fine is. And if they don't know, get $1 from them, and then tell them it says a
Thanks
quarter.
for the tip.
Yeah.
Tell them they got to go read it.
Yeah, get people to read their and some people don't even know where their Constitution and bylaws are.
Just don't tell them and charge the person that tells you, oh, I know what it is, and they'll hand you the quarter. Everybody else can hand you $1. And
Yes.
they'll eventually figure it out.
There you go.
So, that way you keep collecting your $1 until they figure out they only had to give a quarter.
And you go, okay, ask another question that's in the Constitution and bylaws. Like if it says he all the way through it, it's time to change your Constitution and bylaws, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. Like the happy dollars, like I said, Kathy had to pay for how much they weighed, got a new car, pay $1 for each tire. Thank goodness that most cars don't have a full tire spare. So you should have only paid $4.50.
Actually, it was a truck, and it was 18.
Oh, no. Somebody's wedding anniversary or Lions anniversary. I mean, how many of you know when you went into Lions? I know the month, but I don't know what day it was. Let's see. Does anybody have any questions for me? Oh, I did put it should be short and sweet in your club, 5, maybe 10 minutes, unless you're playing a game and then ask permission to be longer. So you should check with your president and the district governor, how long do I have? And if you're playing a trivia game, that's where you're going to need longer time. I have pages of questions. I have a 12-month tail twister plan for July. It's a new Lions year. The theme is new beginnings. The icebreaker is, why do you serve? Recognition of the new officers and summer birthdays. An activity is a club trivia. And a fine idea is you forgot your pen. But club trivia. When did your club get chartered? December 6th, 1920. I just know what, and then it goes through all 12 months. It gives you a topic and then gives you some ideas on it. I really like June's year-end celebration. Reflect and celebrate. What was the best moment of the year? Recognize all your members. And then your fine idea is celebrate donation. Who wants to donate, right? I have quick tail twister questions, club questions, cabinet meeting questions, and convention questions. Good scripts that the tail twister can use. Some of these are really good. Like saying tonight's rules are simple. If your phone rings, your wallet gets exercised. Mm-hmm. If you forgot your PIN, we'll assume you're trying to travel incognito. If you came in late, thank you for making an entrance. If you have good news, we want to hear it for $1. And let's see. They have funny tail twister scripts for cabinet and district conventions too. And there is really some great ones that I found. Marcia has some great ones too. Marcia and Bill were fantastic tail twisters. So that's about the end.
Well, I just want to say something, Babs. I really like this monthly thing that you have, and everybody should get a copy of it because I think that's really great. But also, it's really geared toward talking about the club. But still, they could take that month and whatever holiday is on that month, they can do something fun with that also.
Yes.
Because it's really a great thing with every month showing what should be done and this sort of thing. But they can really everybody needs to get a copy of it because it's really good.
And I sent everything to Adam. There's 15 pages.
He doesn't look like it. Adam looks like he's a little lost there.
No, Marcia. You showed up a tiny bit late. Prior to you showing up, I told everybody that I would be sending them a copy of everything she sent me. Can you? Who's sitting with you?
Leslie.
Oh, okay.
Hello.
I can't see her. I just see an elbow every once in a while.
That's why I called
see
her out.
Half of my face here.
Yeah.
I just block it out.
Yeah, that's why I called Leslie out, because she was
going
like this, but I knew she was there.
Well, I want to make sure everybody understands something too about tail twisting. Tail twisting is, and this is my opinion. Tail twisting should not be solely a fundraising tool or a fining tool. That is just one of the tools. When you read about what a tail twister is and what they're supposed to do, is a tail twister is supposed to be the one in your club that allows people to forget about the stresses of their everyday life, of their work, of whatever is going on, and they've come to their Lions Club meeting to escape that a little bit and to have a little bit of fun going in. So the whole thing about wearing a kilt, how fun would that be? I remember one time it was before I became district governor, and I don't remember, Babs, I don't know if you were the tail twister at the time, but nonetheless, I said, "Can I help?" And I'd never done it before.
Yeah.
And so what I did was, anytime somebody was going to be fined, I gave them the choice. You can either pay a fine of $1 or $5, whatever it was, and I would give them an or. And that or would be like, get down on one knee and sing a song to your spouse in your favorite Disney character voice. Right?
Didn't you do that? You did that to Paul.
I think.
And Paul danced.
Yes, and I did that to Jack. I gave Jack Epperson that choice. So the point being is that a tail twister is there to lighten the mood as well. And I think we need to make sure that we remember that going forward, both in your clubs and at the district level. I've been encouraged recently in the last couple of years where, as an example, Chris Velasquez being our tail twister, there have been a couple of times where it was her time to do tail twisting. She didn't find anybody. And I went, oh, well, that's nice. That makes it a little bit less stressful. And I was appreciative of that.
Marie Manning did that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Marie did that too. Yeah.
Yeah. And the fine free thing is very cool. So Kevin, you can purchase a fine free item for that meeting, or at the beginning of the year, you can buy one for the entire year that gets your fine free for the entire year. And let me tell you,
some people pay very good prices for that.
Yeah.
Hundreds of dollars sometimes.
And I especially like the year that you paid for that squishy thing.
Yes.
It was a wonderful little stuffed something or other. And you had to keep it with you at all times. And I just don't know what happened to you in Reno. You took your eyes off of it, and somehow it found its way under my shirt.
Yeah. This lady, Kathy looks very, very innocent. Terry looks very innocent.
I am.
She is.
She is not. I was actually teaching a class at the cabinet meeting. I thought, oh, well, I can't carry this darn squishy thing while I'm teaching the class. So I set it down and I turned around and it was gone. And she had it. And I got fined and fined and fined. Look at the look on her face. She's so innocent.
So I came out that night and got up on the stage, and I had it under my shirt, and I looked pregnant with it.
Nice.
I gave everybody a side view.
You have to have some fun.
You didn't know it was missing for a good while.
I didn't know. My wife is saying I didn't know it was missing for quite a while. It's true. It's true. I didn't.
So
But when
Mike,
he found out, he was asking everybody about it.
Yeah,
He was.
Lie a little.
So just remember to have some fun. We're supposed to be enjoying ourselves while we're there. And if all we're doing is getting fined, it's not that enjoyable. Not all the time, you know? And so anyway, Babs was talking about that some, and I just wanted to dovetail onto that and kind of give you some different ideas. Just be creative, you know? Just be creative.
well, and also one of the things you can do is use it to get to, so people get to know the different people. So, Miss Babs, we missed you at the convention because we did have trivia, and one of the questions had to be altered because you weren't there.
Oh,
Who
what
is
was the trick?
taller? Who is taller? You or Paul?
And you could have even said, and who is older? I've got 11 days on him.
Oh,
Yeah, see,
I didn't know that.
So there's things like that you could, that could have been used had you been there.
Well, you could have used who was taller, Marcia or Babs.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, everybody would know that answer.
Well, especially since I had to use a stool,
Yeah,
to
you wouldn't
even get
have gotten
around.
any money on that one.
Yeah.
I have a question. And we've all been lions for some time. What is the most creative, tail twisting thing that has happened in your club or at a district meeting? What's the most creative thing?
For tail twisting?
Yeah.
Oh.
That you've done or experienced.
I have to tell you the story about bandage and appendage night. Okay, so our tail twister broke her leg.
Oh, this is so funny.
So she told everybody had to come bandage appendage night. So everybody came in very cleverly. The president was, you thought that why is he even living? Okay. So because he had bandages and he had blood coming down his face and stuff like that. Well, we didn't know that the Chinese club was coming to visit us that night. Yeah. And so they walked in, they go, was everybody in an accident?
That's funny. What about you? Well, anybody?
Well, when I came out in my bee costume.
Yep, that was a good one.
That was down in Urington.
That was a good one.
I was getting undressed in the hallway and putting my bee costume on. Yeah.
That was funny.
That's when Rex was DG.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anybody else?
I would say it's a tie for me between $1 a tire for a new vehicle when I had big trucks, and Ken selling Italian DNA. You could be an Italian for a price. He was getting money for the disaster fund. He raised like $500 for people who could pay to be Italian.
That's good. That's good.
Italian DNA.
Yeah, it was a Pesanella thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. He was good. He was good.
He was good. I mean, I had a deal with Ray Pesanella that I was going to just get him. And Nancy, his wife, used to always say, find him more. Yeah. And one time she wasn't at the meeting. And I said, Nancy said, and he goes, Nancy's not even here. And I pulled up the tablecloth. I said, she's sitting right here on the floor. And she wasn't. So I kept pulling it up and raising the fine. Yeah, he made sure that Nancy was there after that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Anybody else? That's just fun stuff. We don't,
It is.
at my club, we don't do a lot of tail twisting. We just haven't. And I'll tell you, we suffer because of that.
Yeah.
Our club, it's a little boring, and we're working on that. We had our very first meeting where we're just talking about lions, and we're going to have one of those a month. And one of these days, one of these months, we're going to talk about tail twisting. And I told them, get ready, because it's going to be fun. You're going to learn what tail twisting is about. And I really hope that our perpetual tail twister shows up. That would be nice.
In my club, the tail twister doesn't actually do much, but we have our treasurer always comes up with the daily, whatever it is, the national Star Wars Day, May the 4th be with you, that kind of stuff. And then, so everybody's looking forward to it because he gives out the craziest prizes.
Oh. Well, I'll tell you, remember, maybe you could use this one. September 19th is International Talk Like a Pirate Day.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
And that would be very fun.
It's funny you should remember that.
I don't know why I do, but I do.
Yep.
It's because as a police officer, I used to have to say 10-4, but on September 19th, I would say 10-far.
See?
Yeah.
But they have calendars with those anniversary.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I'm looking this up, and when Travis informed our group that about the May the 4th be with you about Star Wars, then he asked a series of questions, and he asked, did you know that the first, or he asked it in a question form, what was the first movies, when did the first movie in Star Wars come out? Do you know?
1977? Oh, no, that was E.T.
May 27th, 1977. How many total Star Wars movies were there?
9.
12.
Yep.
And what was the total amount of box office ticket sales? Not the merchandise, just box office.
Ooh, that I don't know.
10.3 billion.
Wow.
And it's 40 billion if you count the merchandise. So he would ask those questions and people would guess, and whoever came closest, he gave a weird price to.
Wow. Now, I always forget his last name. Mark Hammond?
Oh, Hammond.
Hamill.
Hamill. Yeah.
Yeah. His sister was my dog's trainer. She lives in Verdi.
Great little bit of trivia there.
Yeah. There's some trivia for you, Judy.
Thank you. So just to let you know, today, speaking of national days, today's is National Smile Day.
Oh.
Or National Autonomous Vehicle Day. I'm like, okay, I'll keep the first one.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So do you know why Adam told us he can't send out the stuff for those that joined the meeting late? He can't send the stuff out until later?
Yes.
Because he wanted to brag that he was in Disney. I'm like, it's like, you couldn't take us with you?
No.
You didn't even tell us you were going.
Well, we've got one room with 2 queen beds, whoever wants to show up.
Thanks, Adam.
It's going to get crowded.
Wait a minute. Coco says no.
Yeah. No, you will not. I was going to tell you guys something. There was something that, and it keeps popping through my head, and it was something that I know what it is. So as an example, our president is female, and she's very young. She's 27 years old, right? And so early on in her career as our president, somebody said, we're going to start calling her Madam President. So every time somebody says it, and they do every meeting, sometimes 2 and 3 times a meeting, we go, doesn't matter what we're talking about, we go da 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 every time. And she just goes, oh.
You guys should just pass the bucket around.
Madam President. Da, 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 da. I used to have it on YouTube, and I just play it. Just
have
some
smoke
fun.
A cigar.
We do that, yeah. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. All right.
So,
folks, we're Babs, did you have more?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
I just was going to ask you if
you wanna
anybody's
say
got any
something?
questions. I was just going to see if anybody's got any questions or
Okay.
any more
Stories.
information I'm writing down. Yeah.
I would just like to thank you very much, Babs, and hello, everyone. I've got a lot of respect for you, Lion Babs, and I love the class. And with being the person that really enlightens the room and knows the members and really is that spontaneous spark to relieve the pressure. One of the best practices that my old club, the Higgins-Diggins Lions Club, had was it was really special, and it really delivered a lot of money. And what we would do is simply just talk about, like you mentioned, our happy thoughts, and really turning that into Lionism on what you did over the month to really serve your community, or something that you did that you really did for yourself, that you built your service and for not only you but for others. And then people would give not just $1 but $2 because they'd want to talk about how they served at the grocery store where they helped somebody push the cart out. Or I mean, there's just some really great examples of loosening up the room. And yeah, I thought that was pretty special.
Yes.
But thank you very much. Yes.
Thank you. Well, like Marcia used to help me get up on my stool so I wouldn't fall because I had a stool that was half on wheels, and Marcia helped me every time. I've got pictures of her.
I felt so useful, you know. I really did the job fine.
She
awesome.
was so serious. Yes. And especially since my theme was stepping up to the challenge.
So, you got your challenge tomorrow with your doctor. So
yes,
hang tough. Hang tough.
Oh, no challenge.
Nice.
I beat it.
Congrats.
All right. Well, folks.
That is great. Thank you.
Yeah, that was awesome. Folks, it's been a great class, and I appreciate Lion PDG Babs for taking time out of her day, and you taking time out of your day to listen to us, maybe take some of these ideas back to your club, have a little fun. Terry, this year, I don't know who your tail twister is, but let's have a little fun. And Kathy,
I heard a little mouse told me that maybe it might be Judy and Rex, maybe. Judy?
Whoa. Look out. That's going to be a combo.
Does that sound about right?
Well, I think it's reversed.
Oh, it's Rex and Judy.
Rex and me. Yes.
Okay.
Put Rex out in front. I'll just do the behind the scenes stuff, and we're all good. Somebody's got to prod him along, right?
Yes.
That's right.
Cow prod.
Yeah. Give him one of those.
And we might have some extra surprises too, like somebody might get up and do some one-liners every now and then.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick before we go, I was looking on Facebook Marketplace and I found a very nice. It's a bucket, and it's got it's like a brass bucket with a handle, wooden handle, and it's got like a lid. So it's like a pitcher, but it's open at the top, but it's connected with 2 lions on either side. Is that something that we would maybe want for the
heck yes. We could use
I want it for the club.
That's it's very cool, and I keep seeing it, and it's local in our area, so maybe I'll just pick it up.
Yeah, just pick it up.
Yeah, that would be a fun one because it's got lions on it. So, Okay, folks, I'm going to go ahead and end the recording on this, and I appreciate all of your input and your interaction. Babs, thanks again.
Thank you for asking me.
You're welcome. This will be posted on our YouTube channel as soon as I get a chance to do that. You will also all get credit for attending this training. And then I want to remind you and ask everybody to talk about this. Next month is our last month of the year. It's our June training, and it's going to be past international director Ron Keller.
Oh,
yeah,
good.
and so he'll be teaching us. And if I had my notes in front of me and I wasn't sitting at Disneyland, I would be able to tell you. Did I mention I'm at Disneyland?
Yeah.
Where are
I'm
you?
watching Disney Plus.
Yeah.
We're gonna actually.
I think he needs to be fined as many times as he said Disneyland.
I'm at Disneyland, so I won't be sending it out right away. But
it's the 28th.
It's the 28th, and it should be at 3:00 unless for some reason something comes up, but it'll be the regular time. So
it won't be Disneyland.
It will not be. I will not be at Disneyland. I promise.
Okay, that's about 27 times. Okay, keep going.
Bring your check.
Okay. Well, you know what? I'm not Mickey Mouse.
I didn't hear it.
I'm not Mickey Mousing around here.
What's the topic?
But you sure been goofy.
I've been. Everybody's being a little goofy now, though.
Adam, what's the next one on? What's the title? What's
That's what I was saying. I don't have it in front of me, so
okay.
I forget.
But it's the 28th. Mm-hmm.
Yes, but it's going to be a good one. And Ron, he's just a good guy and a good speaker and very relatable. And I really want to have a really good showing for this last one. So anyway, thank you, folks. I'm going to go ahead and end this recording. And you guys have a great time wherever you're at in the world, not at Disneyland.
Okay, wait a minute.
Bye-bye.
1 minute.
I have a thing